Hello, this is Dr. Young, and I'm going to go over your Week 2 assignments. I'm on the Week 2 graded discussion. That's your first assignment for the week. It's pretty straightforward. What you need to do is look for your company's sexual harassment policy and then read the following bullets. And then answer these questions. Or answer this question and discuss your comments on the policy's completeness. So that's pretty straightforward. However, here's what I want you to do. If you have a job right now, look for your company's sexual harassment policy. See if you can get a copy of it, or if it's online, that's great too. When you're talking about these things, you want to make sure that you're applying it to the policy that you have. It says if you don't have a policy or you're not employed, go to this site and review the policy information there. Specifically, the laws and the legislation's listed there, so I don't really know how you're going to apply that to someone's policy, because what you're trying to do for this assignment is find an existing business or a sexual harassment policy for a company and compare it to what is basically on the website, which is right. Some of the things are right here. So what I would do is, if you aren't employed, go online and look for a sexual harassment policy for a large organization. Let me see, if you should be able to probably do that. Whoops. I don't know. I'm just gonna, or like it even says example. I'm just gonna go to that. You could find examples online. There's a sample policy right there. Hold on a second. I'm just kind of throwing this out there for you, just to kind of facilitate you looking for examples to use. There's one. It's an example. It's a sample. It doesn't matter if it's actual. It's just kind of get you thinking through what should be included, what is behavior that's not acceptable, what is behavior that is, not against the law, things like that. That's what this assignment is about. So just do those things. Like I said, just find a policy, compare it, see if it's adequate, critique it if you feel it needs to be critiqued, whatever. However the situation applies. Oops, I'm not doing the right thing here. Okay. I'm still trying to get used to this Canvas myself. Okay. So we did that. Now this is the case study. And this is a case study in your text, so you must have your text. And I will say there's probably going to be more than one type of assignment in this course where you're going to need your text. So if you don't have your text, you need to get that resolved as soon as possible with your advisor. If it's not showing up in your course, definitely need to get that, because I can't send you copies of pages because of copyright law. They can, because they have an agreement with the textbook, but I specifically cannot copy and paste anything like pages or, so you need to make sure you have your text and get it resolved. If you don't, contact your advisor, see what's going on. Sometimes it's an account issue, but if it's in the course, you should have access to it. If you can't get access or it doesn't come up, you might need to call tech support, but that's something it should be kind of handled at the beginning of the class. But I know sometimes there are issues with other stuff, but it's beyond my control. But I have to just tell you that this course does require the use of case studies in the text, so that's why it's so important to have. So having said that, case study 134 of your textbook, going to the dogs. So you're going to read that and answer the 3 questions. And this is a very, you're dealing with competing interests here. You've got, and they're very valid. You know, some of these issues will come up in real life scenarios where, you've got in the pet policy, any pet policy, you might need to have someone who needs a seeing, a dog that, for the dogs that they have for blind people to help assist them. Then you also have people with major pet allergies. You've got problems there, and I know someone. They will just sneeze like crazy around a certain type of dog. But definitely, how would you balance everyone's interests in this situation, and how does the ADA apply? So that's what you're looking for there. And as far as would doing this, is it a burden on the employer, an unreasonable accommodation to make? That's what I want you to go through. It's a good thinking exercise through these legal issues that you can run into, where you have to make the best decision and you have to follow the law. So, if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'll be happy to assist you. And that's pretty much it for this week. I will be posting grades. Discussion grades by Tuesday night. Late could be late because I usually grade and work at night. Tuesday night, and then Thursday nights are when your research papers will be graded. So I'm just letting you know my grading schedule. As always, if you have any questions, you can email me, text me, you can call. Just if you call, leave your name and what class you're in, because I have the same number for all of my schools, so I need to know where which school you're at. So, but otherwise you can, and same for texting. So if you're having any problems with the course materials, let me know. I did post an announcement about late policy. I know there's going to be situations where people have emergencies, but for the first week I got several emails, and they were really valid enough excuses for late work. I do take it on a case-by-case basis. I didn't have time. My computer doesn't work. That's not going to work, because you need to have a plan B for computer access if you're taking online courses. So I'm just letting you know, you need to really get your work in on time. If you have some emergency, that's a different situation, but again, that's the kind of excuse that I'm going to expect for late work. Something that's, and I might ask for documentation at any time for that. I just don't let late work get abused in this class. So, and it's not, I've been teaching so long, I get every excuse you can imagine. So I have to draw lines. That's all. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, and have a great week.